Good lord, this is going to be difficult. Rugby league is a team sport where all players work together to achieve a common goal. However, some players stand out from the rest by going above and beyond to help their team become successful. Before we dive into one of the most debatable topics in rugby league history, we must first ask ourselves, what makes a great rugby league player? Is it their all-around skill level in both attack and defence? Is it the individual awards and accolades they have won over their career? Is it their impact they had on both their clubs and representative teams' success? Is it the amount of grand finals and competitions they have won? All these aspects were assessed in constructing this list, and the person that fulfills all of these the best is our GOAT. Unfortunately, we will only be considering players who played from the 1980s to now. That means players like Dally Messenger, Frank Burge, Dave Brown, Clive Churchill, Reg Gasnier, Johnny Raper, Graham Langlands, Norm Provan, and Arthur Beetson will not be considered for this list. Most of these players are either immortals or in the Rugby League Hall of Fame, and we understand and respect what all these men have done for this great game. However, we did not grow up in this era and simply do not have the resources to watch their performances. Without any further ado, this is Greatest Game of All, and this is our ranking of the 10 greatest rugby league players of all time.
Number 10, Brad Fittler.
Bradley Freddie Fittler is one of the most skillful players in rugby league history. You can't really find a fault in any part of his game. He was solid in defence, had a tremendous kicking game, and was a fantastic attacking player. As a ball runner, an organiser, and especially his agility, having one of the best sidesteps ever in rugby league. Playing a majority of his career as a 5'8", he also played both centre and lock, winning a Dally M positional award for each of those positions, which just goes to show how much of a fantastic all-round player he is. His only other notable accolade was winning the Golden Boot Award in 2000, which is quite a small list in comparison to the other players ranked ahead of him on this list. He played a staggering 336 games, playing 119 for the Panthers and 217 for the Roosters, with a career win percentage of 63%. He represented both his state and country, playing 31 games for New South Wales, winning 7 of 12 series, and captained 25 of the 40 matches he played for Australia, including the triumph of the 1995 and 2000 World Cup wins. He has won 2 of the 6 premierships he has played in, having success once with the Panthers in 1991 and the other with the Roosters in 2002. He retired in 2004, still at the top of his game, captaining the Roosters to a minor premiership. Number 9, Peter Sterling. Sterlo was one of the best rugby league players in the 80s and is also known to have an incredible rugby league mind. Seriously, if they had a rugby league IQ test, his results would be through the roof. He used this to his advantage, especially when his team was in possession, with his passing, organising, and kicking skills being in full effect, game in, game out. He won many individual awards, including the prestigious Dally M medal back-to-back in 1986 and 87, winning the Dally M Halfback of the Year 4 times in 83, 84, 86, and 87, and won the Golden Boot Award as well in 1987. He played 228 games for his one and only club, the Parramatta Eels, with a career win percentage of 63%. He represented both his state and country, playing 13 games for New South Wales, winning only 1 of the 6 series he played in, and pulled on the Australian jersey 22 times. He was a major factor in Parramatta's dominance during the 80s, winning 3 grand finals in a row in 81, 82, and 83. He captured the first ever Clive Churchill medal for Player of the Match in the grand final in his 4th and final premiership victory in 1986. Hanging up the boots in 1992 after a stellar career with many awards and accolades. Number 8, Darren Lockheer. Darren Lockheer consistently performed to an incredibly high level for all 16 years of his unbelievable rugby league career. His attacking ability was nothing short of exceptional, having a near perfect passing technique, blistering speed, agility, and his kicking game was always on the money. Because of his incredible attacking skill, he is the only player in rugby league history to win a Golden Boot award in 2 different positions, once in 2003 as a fullback and the other in 2006 playing 5'8". Additionally, he won the Dally M Positional Award 3 times in each of those positions. Played a staggering 355 games for his beloved Brisbane Broncos with a career win percentage of 67%. He had such a huge impact on his team's success as he reached the finals in every season of his career except for one in 2010. In 2006, he became the first player in rugby league history at the time to captain his club to a grand final, his state to a State of Origin series win, and his country to a victory in the Tri-Nations final, all in the same calendar year. In that same year, he won the Wally Lewis medal for Player of the Series, where he pulled off an incredible intercept try in the dying stages in Game 3 of the State of Origin series to kick off 8 years of Queensland dominance. He captained 22 out of the 36 matches where he represented his state, winning 7 out of the 13 series he played in. His most overlooked aspect of his career was his performance at the international level, as he currently holds the record for the most games played for Australia with 59 appearances, the most games as captain with 38, and is the leading try scorer with 35 tries. He won all 4 of the grand finals he played in, having success in 1997, 1998, 2000, where he won the Clive Churchill Medal Award, and 2006, where he was the captain. He retired in 2011 in the most heroic of circumstances. He led the Broncos out onto Suncorp Stadium to take on the Dragons in an elimination semi-final. He suffered a fractured cheekbone by his own teammate in the 70th minute, and was able to play through it and kick the winning field goal in Golden Point extra time to send the Broncos to the preliminary final, where he was unable to play due to injury. Number 7. Mel Meninga. There are 4 quadriceps muscles in each leg of the human body. There are the rectus femoris, vastus intermedius, vastus lateralis, and vastus medialis. Mel Meningas are absolutely huge. Mel Meninga, also known as Big Mel, and probably still is to this day, is one of the most damaging ball runners ever in rugby league. He was a toe-poking, goal-kicking centre who played and captained his club, state, and country. To top everything off, he was named as an Immortal in 2018. He received a few individual awards, including the Golden Boot Award in 1989 and Dally M Centre of the Year twice in 1990 and 1991. He began his career playing 108 games for South Brisbane as a teenager in the Brisbane Rugby League competition in the late 1970s and early 1980s. In 1986, he signed with the Canberra Raiders, which he would go on to play 166 games with a career win percentage of 64%. One of many highlights in Big Mel's career with the Raiders was when he scored 5 tries and kicked 9 goals, amassing a total of 38 points in a single game. 38 points in a match is the second most of all time. The 13th Immortal played 32 games for Queensland, including the first ever State of Origin, where he kicked 7 out of 7 goals. He won 7 out of the 13 series he played in, and made 46 appearances for Australia, winning the World Cup as captain in 1992. He reached the grand final in the Brisbane Rugby League competition in all 5 seasons of his first grade career with South Brisbane, winning 2 in 1981 and 1985. He won 3 out of the 4 grand finals where he played for the Raiders, having success in 1989, 1990 and 1994, totaling an incredible first grade grand final record of 5 premierships out of 9 appearances. In 1994, he hung up the boots in style, captaining his beloved Raiders to a grand final win. Number 6. Billy Slater. Fun fact, Billy Slater's real name is William. Anyway, William Billy Slater during his career single-handedly changed the way fullbacks play in the modern era of rugby league. Billy's skill set, speed, work ethic and toughness were second to none. His positioning and line running as the sweeper in a decoy play and his tempo running is arguably the best we've ever seen. Although he is known for scoring tries, he was also one of the best at saving them in defence. Slater got a number of awards and accolades throughout his 16-year career. He was Dally M Fullback of the Year 3 times and he won the Clive Churchill Medal Award 2 times. He also won the Golden Boot Award in 2008 and to top it off, in 2011, he won his one and only Dally M medal. He played an impressive 319 NRL games for his one and only club, the Melbourne Storm, with the career win percentage of 70%. He scored a staggering 190 tries, which is the second most of all time. He debuted for Queensland in 2004 and instantly made his mark, scoring. He would go on to play 30 more games for Queensland, having a vital impact in Queensland's 8 straight Origin Series wins. He also won 2 Wally Lewis medals as Player of the Series. He played 31 games for Australia, where he scored 27 tries in just 30 games, and was part of the 2013 and 2017 World Cup wins, and has the second most tries ever in World Cup matches. He won 4 out of the 6 premierships he played in, including 2007 and 2009, where the Storm breached the salary cap and the NRL stripped them of those 2 titles. He also won his final 2 in 2012 and 2017, where he won the Clive Churchill Medal in each of those premiership victories. He retired in 2018 and accomplished everything he could in the game of rugby league. He may well go down as the best fullback the game has ever seen. Number 5. Cooper Cronk. Cooper Cronk is the definition of a halfback. If you looked up the word halfback in the dictionary, there would be a photo of him. When his team had the ball, he would consistently create scoring opportunities through his organisation and communication skills. He had one of the best kicking games of all time thanks to forced dropouts and try assists off his boot. He is a 2-time Dally M medal winner, once in 2013 and the other in his incredible 2016 season, where he won the Golden Boot Award in that same year. He is a 5-time Dally M Halfback of the Year, claiming the award in 2006, 3 years in a row from 2011 to 2013, and 2016. He played a whopping 372 games, which is the second most of all time, playing 323 games for the Storm and 49 games for the Roosters, with a career win percentage of 71%, which is equal highest out of any player on this list. He had a massive impact on his team's success as he made the finals in every season he played in, except for 2010 because of the Storm's salary cap breach. He played 22 games for Queensland, winning 8 of the 9 series he played in. He had massive shoes to fill after Darren Lockheer's retirement in 2011. He played 38 games for Australia, winning 2 World Cups in 2013 and 2017. His most successful aspect of his career was the amount of grand finals he has won, winning 6 out of the 8 grand finals he played in, which is the most out of anyone on this list. He had success in 2007, 2009, 2012, where he won the Clive Churchill Medal Award, 2017, 2018, and 2019. He retired in remarkable fashion, winning 3 grand finals in a row, including the heroics of the 2018 grand final, where he played with a severe shoulder injury. He played his final game in the 2019 grand final, where he helped the Roosters to win back-to-back premierships. Number 4. Wally Lewis. Wally the King Lewis was as tough as nails and an expert on every skill required to be a great rugby league player. He was a supremely talented 5'8", whose kicking game, passing game, and ball running was up there with the best. Although he wasn't the biggest player on the field, he was a huge asset in defence. He won the Dally M 5'8" of the Year in 1988 and the Golden Boot Award in 1984. His biggest individual accolade was being named an Immortal in 1999. Wally's club career kicked off in the Brisbane Rugby League, where he dominated the competition, playing 109 games for Valleys and 52 games for Wynnum Manly. He then went on to play 46 games for the Broncos and 34 games for the Gold Coast Seagulls in his injury-filled back end of his career. He is best remembered for his performance in State of Origin for his beloved Maroons as he played in the first ever State of Origin and would go on to play 34 Origins. He won 9 out of the 12 series he played in, including earning 8 Man of the Match awards, which is the most of all time in Origin. Arguably, his greatest accomplishment wearing a maroon jersey happened in 1989, where he led his beloved Queensland team, who had countless injuries, to an unthinkable series win thanks to one of the greatest individual tries ever in Origin football. The medal for the best player of the State of Origin series is now named the Wally Lewis Medal, in honour of the King. He won 3 premierships in the Brisbane Rugby League competition, winning once with Valleys in 1979 and twice with Wynnum Manly in 1984 and 1986. Wally Lewis was no doubt an exceptional and competitive player who retired in 1992 after playing 441 first-class games. He will no doubt be remembered as the king and a champion of this great game we call Rugby League. Number 3. Andrew Johns. Andrew Joey Johns was a once-in-a-generation talent. He was everything a halfback should be, as he had an excellent passing game, tremendous organisation skills, and his kicking game is quite possibly the best we've ever seen, thanks to his pinpoint accurate kicks and innovative banana kicks, setting up his teammates for some incredible tries. Not to mention, he was a very solid defender, unlike most halfbacks. He won many awards and accolades, including the Dally M Medal 3 times in 1998, 99, and 2002, which is the second most of all time. Dally M Halfback of the Year 4 times in 1995, 98, 99, and 2002, and the Golden Boot Award 2 times in 1999 and 2001. To top it off, he was named an Immortal in 2012. He played 249 games for his beloved hometown Newcastle Knights with a career win percentage of 62%. He scored 2,176 points, which is the 4th most in Rugby League history. He represented and captained both his state and country, playing 26 games for Australia, winning 2 World Cups in 1995 and 2000. He played his 23rd and final game for New South Wales in the 2005 Origin Series, where he heroically came back into the squad after an injury-filled year and played quite possibly the greatest State of Origin match by a single player ever, leading New South Wales to a Game 2 win and eventual series win. He won 2 premierships, having success in 1990 time siren to give the Newcastle Knights their first premiership win. He won his second in 2001 in a huge upset by beating a very strong Parramatta side, where he won the Clive Churchill Medal Award. A bulging disc in his neck forced him into retirement in 2007 after an astonishing career, becoming easily the greatest player of the late 1990s and early 2000s. Number 2. Jonathan Thurston. JT was arguably the best attacking player in Rugby League history. Name an attacking skill, and JT has mastered it. Every time his team had possession, he would organise everything and take control at the most opportune times. He would consistently set up tries through his accurate passes, fool defenders with his iconic dummy and run, or show and go, and set up his teammates for some incredible tries off the back of his perfectly weighted kicks. His defence was okay considering his size, but it wasn't great. which is the main reason why he narrowly falls short of the number 1 spot on this list. He received the most awards and accolades out of anyone on this list. He won the Dally M medal 4 times in 2005, 2007, 2014 and 2015, which is the most out of anyone on this list. He won the Dally M Halfback of the Year 4 times and Dally M 5'8" of the Year 3 times. He also won the Golden Boot Award 3 times in 2011, 2013 and 2015. He played 323 games, playing 29 games for the Bulldogs and 294 games for the Cowboys, with a career win percentage of 55%. He scored 90 tries, kicked 923 goals at just under 80%, totaling 2,222 career points, which is the 3rd most of all time. He is known as one of the best goal kickers of all time thanks to his unique technique curving the ball between the sticks. He represented both his state and country, playing 47 games for Australia, where he won the 2013 World Cup final and set up the winning try in the 2006 Tri-Nations final in Golden Point extra time against New Zealand. He played a pivotal part throughout Queensland's 8-in-a-row dominance, playing a record 36 consecutive Origin games, and played his 37th and final game in 2017, where he kicked the winning goal in the dying stages of Game 2, where the Maroons would go on to win the series. He holds the record for most points scored with 220, most goals kicked with 99, and tied most series wins with 11. He won 5 Men of the Matches and won the Wally Lewis medal in 2008 for Player of the Series. Before I run out of breath, Phil Gould pretty much summed up how good Jonathan Thurston was in one quick video. There's a link in the description, go watch it. It's brilliant and shows just how good Thurston is in one short but legend-defining sequence. He won 2 out of the 3 grand finals he played in, having success with the Bulldogs in 2004 and the Cowboys in 2015, where he was the captain and won the Clive Churchill Medal Award in one of the greatest grand finals of all time, where he kicked the winning field goal in Golden Point extra time. JT hung up the boots in 2018 as one of the most respected characters in rugby league on and off the field. There is no doubt he will be in the Rugby League Hall of Fame and announced as an immortal in the very near future. And number 1, Cameron Smith. There it is, Cameron Smith is our GOAT, the greatest rugby league player of all time. Smith isn't the biggest, fastest or strongest guy on the field, but he has a brain full of rugby league knowledge and is the best at using it through his amazing all-around skill. His passes are always hitting the ball runners on the chest, his kicks are intelligently brilliant, and his organisation skills are incredible. He starts every attacking play so well by taking out the markers, allowing time for the halves to set up the attacking play and execute. He won countless awards, including the Dally M medal 2 times in 2006 and 2017, Dally M Hooker of the Year a record 8 times, and won the Golden Boot Award twice in 2007 and 2017. He is one of 2 players to complete the Grand Slam, captaining his team to a Grand Final, Origin Series, and World Cup win in 2017, but is the only player ever to add a Dally M medal and Golden Boot Award in that same calendar year. At the time of recording, he has played a record 413 games for his one and only club, the Melbourne Storm, with a career win percentage of 71%, which is tied highest out of anyone on this list. To say he had a massive impact on his team's success is an understatement. He made the finals 16 out of the 18 seasons of his career. Many say he was carried by the likes of Cronk, Slater and Inglis. However, when Smith missed the 2008 Grand Final due to suspension, his Melbourne Storm got thrashed by Manly in a Grand Final record deficit of 40-0. even though his Storm team beat them the previous year. He represented and captained both his state and country, playing 56 games for Australia, leading them to the 2013 and 2017 World Cup final wins as captain. He was the driving force and the main reason for Queensland's dominance in recent history, playing a record 42 Origins, which is the most of all time, and won the most Origin games with 24, and tied the most series wins with 11. He won 7 Men of the Match awards and a record 4 Wally Lewis medals. He won 4 out of the 7 grand finals he played in, having success in 2007, 2009, 2012 and 2017, where he was captain for each of those wins. Cameron Smith is still playing for his beloved Melbourne Storm at the time of recording and is not showing any signs of slowing down. Still playing at an extremely high level, and he is, in our opinion, the greatest rugby league player of all time. So, what did you think of our list? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and chuck us a like if you want to, and subscribe to our channel for more rugby league countdowns.